What's going on, everybody? It's Dave Mitchell, voice of Autism, episode 80. Yep, episode 80. We are here. Crazy. But yeah, we got some good stuff to talk about today. And some stuff that get my voice out there. And I think I can use a way to voice the opinion in what people like on the spectrum are feeling right now. And yeah, me and my fiance Val are doing good. We were talking about anime a few days ago. But yeah. I'll never get it why my sitting do it sometime. I'll probably figure it out later on down the line. But yeah. And me and my fiance Val, we were talking about the anime a couple of days ago. Or it was during yesterday and day before. And me and her, we would talk about anime and stuff. And I do watch a lot of anime. I do have animes that I like out there. So yeah, I do like anime. But yeah. But everybody has stuff that they like, including me. I like Naruto. I can't say name properly. Vel is a fan of it too. But yeah. I have a lot of anime that I'm a big fan of. But at the beginning, when I was younger, I was not, you guys might be shocked, but I was not in anime when I was younger. Because the type of family I live in where they call anime cartoons with anime and not cartoons, it's completely different. And anime can be realistic sometimes and other time wacky, with made up stuff and crazy stuff. So yeah. Sorry about that. Still kind of getting over being sick some. But yeah. Another thing is that I am thinking about my mom would look at me to do a program to help with my skills, but I noted another program and so that I'm now thinking about interested in because of what I do on here on YouTube. And it's talking about journalism or people who are on the autism spectrum working for like a new network out. So Jane for you and you guys can listen to it. I might add the link later on after the video when it fully uploads. But it's very interesting. I might or might not. It's pretty hard to say, but it's something that I'm quite interested in because it's up I talk about and how I get my voice out there. And try to help people out in the autism community like me, but educate people who are not on the spectrum too, like literally. And I'm thinking about it, and they both start somewhere on August 1st, which is 2 months away now. And in 2 months, I'll be 21. Crazy, ain't it? Because today is the first, and also today is the first day of hurricane season. Now, I will say that I was able to catch 2 trains yesterday on video before it started storming, and a train came by loaded with thunder and lightning and raining, and I was not taking a chance going out there and getting struck by lightning. So no. But I was able to catch 2 trains yesterday, but with all the hot air or take away the heat out there with it very hot right now. And there are not going to be any rain until later on the week. I might try to do the marathon in the morning time, or if I have time to, I'll try doing it. But it's not going to be easy. But yeah, dogs are going off outside. But yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Well, parents are back. Okay, guys, I'm back. My parents that got home. But yeah. But let me bring up what I've been talking about. It's pretty interesting to even have a couple videos on it. But let me but yeah. But yeah. But there's some stuff that will probably get people angry that I have that I need to talk about that got me aggravated but need to be talked about anyway. But if you did think about it, something we need to talk about anyway. Now, here's something that I might be interested in that I am thinking about. And you guys know I'm good at editing. I do editing on YouTube, like on my YouTube videos. And you guys know I'm good at it.
Autism News Network. Home greater than Autism News Network. The Autism News Network trains adults with autism who are 18 and over in the use of journalism tools and techniques with the goal of building a television and internet news network focused on the complex world of autism, treatment, research, education, and family life. Educational programming about autism for families, clinicians, teachers, and researchers will be written, produced, and directed by individuals with autism. In addition to its educational mission, the Autism News Network will provide critically needed jobs for adults with autism. The online version of the Autism News Network will launch August 1st, 2019. There are currently 2 weekly groups for the N crew. Autism News Network Level 1. Level 1 is held Mondays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Please check the calendar for exceptions and other details. This is a 12-week course that covers the following topics. Orientation, sign up for SC Works. Session 1, Intro to Storyboarding in a Trailer. Session 2, How to Use Box and YouTube. Session 3, Job Ready U modules. Session 4, Peer Interviews using iMovie. Session 5, iMovie Editing. Session 6, Prepare for iHeartRadio Visit. Session 7, iHeartRadio Visit. Session 8, iHeartRadio Editing, Prep for Marketing Expert. Session 9, Marketing Expert Speaker. Session 10, News Station Speaker. Session 11, News Story Production. Session 12, Share Productions and End of Program Celebration. The Autism News Network, Advanced. The Advanced group is held every Thursday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Please check the calendar for exceptions and other details. Check out some of the videos produced by the N crew. Video player 000 320. Must Catalyst published a feature article the N in April 2019. Click here to download a PDF of the full article. Would you like to help support the Autism News Network by making a monetary donation?
I might be thinking about doing it. Because you gotta know I do it here on my YouTube channel. You know. And what stuff I do on YouTube, I can use this to help too. I mean, I can get my voice out there even more. So this is something I'm thinking about. Because I do better getting my voice out there and talking than anything. But yeah. I am thinking about this because this is something I'm thinking about for a long time. Like literally. Like, oops, here we go. Like, I know how to use video editor when it comes to KineMaster. Like, I use it a lot. But this right here can help me find a job. It's something I am now thinking about. Like, because if I want to be able to get a job, I need to work on. And this is something that might can help me maybe get a job because for people on the spectrum, this is something I can use to get my voice to sign. Like, literally. Let me check it. But it's something I've been thinking about. Before we get to that story, I'm gonna get this story out of the way and tell how I feel about it. And how it aggravated me. Because this is something that I had to deal with in elementary school when I was younger. And this is something that we need to end. That been going too far for a long time. And it's something that But literally. But okay. But yeah. It is crazy. But and you gotta know I'm bisexual anyway. So oh, sorry about that. My voice is starting to get a little dry. But the article and what they talk about, and they caught the people red-handed. Like, it get me aggravated. Copy. First, I got it's in the link to my live stream to one of the guys that I talked to because you gotta know I'm bisexual. You gotta already know I'm engaged, but I also talked to her girl too. Yet my fiance knows. She know that I'm bisexual and all that. But yeah, and she accept me for it. But mm, I still don't understand why you do that. It kind of glitchy. But yeah, it's crazy. On oh, and yes, I'm wearing hashtag Filipino. But yeah, now with me being, bisexual and all that, I do talk to guys too in the same way. So yeah, and me and Phil are in an open type of relationship. If you guys don't know what that means, I mean you can talk to our girls or our guys if you're bisexual, straight, gay, or anything. And people on autism spectrum, we do that more than any other people. It's up to that we understand. But I do have boyfriend too. Even though I'm engaged, I do have boyfriend too. My fiance know I do. But yeah. Because I am bisexual. I like both guys and girls. So yeah. But my mom don't know. You don't know I'm bisexual and I'm going to say that way. With if you guys know, my mom is one of them very religious people. So I'm careful around her when it comes to this. Oh no, my friend BNSF. He here in South Carolina. I'm gonna ask him where he at real quick. Well, where? I'm sending a message to him at in South Carolina. There we go. I just sent him a message and hope he get it. But yeah, I just sent him the message. Oh, and by the way, I am using Minicam to live stream from my phone. So you guys are happy wanting me live stream from my phone to YouTube. And you guys know, if any of you remember from about 2 months ago, YouTube changed the rules saying in order to live stream on mobile, you have to have over 1,000 subscribers. But a lot of people were ticked off about that, including me. Even my fiance Val, she was ticked off too. And just of that, you know, somebody in front of me back a few months ago who knew that I'm a bisexual said it would hurt my fiance and my boyfriend. And I said, if you do, you're going to have some hell. I'm going to give them hell if you do that. Because I care about my fiance, I care about my boyfriends. And yeah, I do flirt with our girls, but not in a romantic way. I don't. Not that. But it's crazy. Even her BFF also with the gay. He knows that I have talked to our guys and done it on video show too. So he knows, she knows, and she accepts, and she knows who I am. And I know who she is too. She also talked to our guys, but she don't do it in a cheating way. As long as we are honest to each other, and because an open relationship means we can actually talk to our people and have sex with our people, that's what actually an open relationship mean, and being honest about it. That's what it actually means. And most people don't realize that. It kind of get me giggling, but yeah. And you gotta know I'm still a virgin. You gotta know I am. Now, let me. But it got me angry when I seen it. Like, pissed off, boiling angry. Now, what went into it?
Undercover footage shows autistic patients tortured in Undercover footage shows autistic patients tortured in repeat of Winterbourne View scandal. Save. Undercover panorama footage shows autistic patients tortured. H. Henry Bodkin, health correspondent. The 22nd of May 2019, 5:11 p.m. Follow. Police are investigating undercover footage showing NHS patients with autism and learning difficulties being tortured in a scandal branded a second Winterbourne View. 16 staff have been suspended at Horlton Hall Hospital in County Durham after being caught goading and swearing at patients, physically restraining them in a dangerous manner, as well as boasting about deliberately causing them pain. The panorama footage shows care workers at the secluded facility mimicking sex acts in front of a vulnerable patient using her teddy bears. In one case, a severely autistic woman known to be scared. Another patient with learning difficulties was held on the ground for more than 10 minutes while staff made a show of removing personal possessions from his room. They also tormented him by telling him wrongly that he had diabetes.
People like that disgusted the hell out of me. And I'm not joking. They're not human. They are just vulgar animals. Disgusting. Doing it to people like us. It gets me pissed seeing that there are people who do stuff like this. Like, literally. And it needs to end. It needs to end. Like, the people there have gone too far, and if I'm technically, they call it a mental asylum, but some people call it a mental hospital. Same damn thing. And we need to get rid of them. Look, if somebody has a mental breakdown, don't try to do something dumb to them. Because when an autistic person has a meltdown, or like because we have, or check with like a meltdown, or check with call it sensory overload, it sometimes causes more harm because of how people treat it, and you don't try to retrain one because it make it even worse.
Diabetes. Mental health campaigners said it defies belief that such practices are taking place 8 years after another Panorama investigation exposed systematic physical and psychological abuse at the Winterbourne View Hospital near Bristol. That scandal, which saw 6 people jailed, prompted a pledge by David Cameron to close similar facilities within 2 years. Staff goaded patients then complained about them, credit BBC Panorama. However, it is estimated that more than 2,300 adults with autism, learning or behavioral difficulties still reside in institutions such as Horlton Hall, which is privately owned by Signet Healthcare but NHS funded. The Care Quality Commission, which inspected the hospital in 2017, giving it a rating of good, last night apologized deeply for not picking up on the abuse. The undercover reporter, Olivia Davies, worked as a carer at the hospital between December and February, a job which paid £16,000 a year. Her footage showed one staff member referring to Horlton Hall as a house of mongs. A colleague calls a patient a fat C*****, while another patient was told her family are F***** king poison. Secluded, police are investigating and 16 staff members have been suspended, credit BBC Panorama.
If I was there, I would have shut the place down, and all the people who work at it would have been in prison. And privately owned company taking place like the over needs a job. It didn't need a job. Because technically, places like they are meant to keep people like out of society. Like they tried doing to the Jews before the Holocaust. And you gotta know how all that happened. If we stop it right here, we stop a Holocaust of the autism community happen. We have to stop it, or a Holocaust of the autism community will probably happen. Because if we don't stop it, we'll be going down the same path as what happened to the Jews. Would not be good. Because that means people like me, my fiance, and other people on the autism spectrum would be in danger. So yeah, it's crazy. And we need to stop stuff like it from happening. Bad enough it already happened in the Middle East when ISIS took over. So poor people with disabilities. That bastard of terror group. I hope the bastards are in hell right now. Because those people there deal with further of what a Holocaust of the autism community and disability community would probably end up dealing with if we don't stop stuff like this from happening. So yeah, stuff like that need to end. We need to put it to its job and end it. It's not right. And that's why I think it's important for me to do this thing, because I looked at it and noticed it. With it actually being insane, I cannot use it a way to get a voice out there and help our community. But if I become a journalist, I cannot do my work from home. Also, can go places. Literally crazy in a way, but the key I cannot work international or work in different states too. And we didn't know how I cannot use it to get a job in California or create a business. So yeah, they could be a big help for me in a way.
Panorama. A number of the 12 patients at Horleton Hall live more than 100 miles from their families, and some have been there for more than a year. The filming also captured scenes showing care workers threatening patients with violence. One threatens to deck a patient. In a separate incident, a staff member says, "Get in there, punch me and see what happens. I'll put you through the floor." In all, 6 care workers were captured on camera claiming they had deliberately hurt patients, including one who described banging a patient's head against the floor. Professor of Clinical Psychology and Disability Glynis Murphy, from the University of Kent, said the treatment amounted to psychological torture.
It is.
"It's obviously a very deviant culture," she said. "They are the absolute antithesis of what care workers should be." 6 staff were recorded claiming they had physically hurt patients, credit BBC Panorama. Another academic, Professor Andrew McDonnell, an expert in the safe restraint of people with autism, criticized.
Really, this is one part that I still don't get. We train an autistic? That still count as treating an animal. That needs to stop too. So yeah, to be trained needs to stop.
Criticized the length of restraints at Horleton Hall. "If there is no immediate risk of harm, you back off," he said. "You're talking a threshold of a minute or two. Then let go." Staff are required to write a report each time they use the technique. However, undercover footage showed a deputy manager encouraging staff to fabricate their written accounts. It also recorded a discussion about the upcoming installation of CCTV in the hospital, which prompted one carer to say, "The good old days will be gone shortly." Winterbourne View and Horleton Hall used to be owned by the same company, Castlebeck. Following the Winterbourne View scandal, another company, Danshell, bought what was left of Castlebeck, including Horleton Hall. Danshell was bought last year by Signet. A spokesman for the firm said, "We are shocked and deeply saddened by the allegations made against members of staff at Horleton Hall, part of the Danshell Group, which Signet recently acquired. We take these allegations extremely seriously. We have suspended all the members of staff involved, simultaneously informed all relevant authorities, including the police, who have now instigated an inquiry, and we are cooperating fully with their investigation." Staff went on to discuss how they would get away with violence after the introduction of CCTV, credit BBC Panorama. Mark Rowland, chief executive of the Mental Health Foundation, said, 8 years after Panorama uncovered systemic abuse of people with learning disabilities at Winterbourne View, it defies belief that this is still happening. Advertisement BYPALMETTOPRIDE.org. After Winterbourne View, the government promised to reduce the number of people with learning disabilities who are kept in institutions for long periods. Yet more than 2,000 people are still in this hellish situation, more than half of whom have spent more than 2 years as inpatients. The Department for Health and Social Care said, "We are working to ensure more people return home from hospital as soon as their treatment has finished, and significant investment in community support has already led to a 22% reduction in these mental health inpatient numbers since 2015.
Hear one thing. There are parents who put their kid in there on purpose sometimes, where they can be abused to put fear in them to control them. There are parents who will do that. And some parents think, oh, that they are autistic, they can turn them into their own little slave. Yet there are parents who are out there who think like that. And I'm not joking, they are. Like, it disgusts the hell out of me. Like, stuff like this, it's still going on. Like, literally. Like, it. There's no reason to put people through that. But my friend being SF, he here in South Carolina right now, but what those people did to them were not right. Like, it got me to the point where it disgusted the hell out of me. But it just something that it's disgusting. Like, literally disgusting. Like, and there are people who put them in there that they don't want people like out in society. Like, they try to keep inside away from society. And there's a reason why they build places like that, to keep people like from society. And crazy, like Middle East, I did some research on it and it disturbed the hell out of me. I looked up stories about this. People who have disability or born with mental disability, they would kill them on the spot, bury them, or put them in a gas chamber, or even put them in mental asylums. Or in the middle of the desert to make them starve to death. Horrible. Or put them in camps, like what the Jewish people went through back during World War II. So people with disability, people with autism are dealing with a whole new Holocaust. Or technically, we're dealing with a Holocaust in the Middle East from the Taliban and from ISIS. It disgusted the hell out of me. I did the research and it disturbed me so bad. I hope if those people get caught, I hope they go to hell and be put in prison. But there's no way that they should be out in society at all because of what they do to people like us. Like, well, I gotta fix the light in some. One minute, guys. But it's messed up that they would do something like that to people like us. Oh, I think I might know it. There we go. Like, they would literally do it to us. And I still can't believe it happening. And that stuff in it, some of those people support Autism Speaks. Yeah. The same people who got caught there support Autism Speak in a way. It disgusted hell with me. Will prove my point that Autism Speak and they do not support people with autism. They are trying to get rid of us. because they support people. We had donated the money to that place. So yeah, kind of deserved. It messed up, but it's technically true. And they technically did that with Zoten Weinberg Center in New York. Like, if you guys remember when I talked about that story and what happened, and how people there. Uh, sorry about that, guys. I need to work on that. I gotta find something to work on that. But yeah, it just disgusts the hell out of me that they would do that. It's sickening. Like, literally. People like on the spectrum deal with stuff like this on a daily basis with discriminate and etc. And also, there's another story that I need to bring up that I think also need to be talked about. But yeah, another story that made that get me angry and made me sick of what they do. There we go. But it's just sickening.
Autism scandal. Children as young as 11 locked in isolation for years on end. Save. Matt Hancock has ordered a review of every case. Credit. Reschroer. Laura Donnelly, health editor. The 21st of May 2019, 12:01 a.m. Follow. Children as young as 11 are being locked in isolation for years on end by NHS hospitals supposed to care for those with autism and learning disabilities, watchdogs have found. The Health Secretary last night ordered a review of every single case, after the Care Quality Commission, CQC, found vulnerable people being left in segregation for up to a decade.
I'll bring up people like what happened with that last story. People like on the spectrum get segregated. And if you guys know from history class from Black History Month, you know some of that black people actually went through were African Americans. So they had to deal with it. And it was not right. And what they do, they go after the able people segregating us in ways. Like literally. It's not right.
Decade. The regulator found children among those left for years in a single room. In many cases, staff said vulnerable people were subjected to such restraints because nowhere suitable could be found to care for them. Others said that the vulnerable were better off in segregation than being looked after in open wards.
Those people who say that are just sickening. Literally, they are sickening when they say that. Some of these people should end up in jail for it. Literally. Like, it's something that need to end. We need to stop this stuff from happening to people. Like on the spectrum. Because if we don't, it's going to keep on happening. And it's something that we cannot risk happen. It's very bad. And we need to put a stop to it. Oop.
The review by the CQC found 62 people living in segregation in mental health wards, including 20 children and young people. 16 of the cases had spent more than a year in isolation, with children and young people staying up to 2.5 years in such circumstances. 8 children below the age of 15 were subjected to the measures, including those as young as 11, the watchdog found. Almost all of the care was commissioned by the NHS, with half of it in facilities managed by the private sector, the review found. Today Matt Hancock ordered a review of each case, following a request by CQC, which has so far visited 39 of the patients. Dr. Paul Lelliot, CQC Deputy Chief Inspector of Hospitals, said urgent action was needed to protect the human rights of the most vulnerable. One child visited by inspectors had only left his room 16 times in the previous year. When staff wanted to communicate with him, they did so by shouting through a window. Dr. Lelliot said, "The 39 people we have visited who are cared for in segregation are in a very vulnerable situation. Their world is narrowed to a highly restricted existence in a single room, or small suite of rooms. For many, their interactions with other people are characterized by distress and sometimes by the use of force by staff who consider this necessary to protect the person or others from harm. They have little or no say over decisions about their lives or their future. Many are also a long way from home, which can make it difficult for families to maintain contact. We are calling for urgent action to strengthen the safeguards that protect the safety, welfare and human rights of people held in segregation. In too many cases, patients were receiving care which was simply not of an acceptable standard," he said, using unqualified staff. The watchdog said that too often, those with complex problems and challenging behavior were not receiving help quickly enough, or close to home. Health Secretary Matt Hancock said, "I have been deeply moved and appalled by the distressing stories of some autistic people and people with learning disabilities spending years detained in mental health units. These vulnerable people are too often left alone, away from their families, friends and communities. At its best, the health and care system provides excellent support to people, backed by a dedicated workforce. But a small proportion of some of the most vulnerable in society are being failed by a broken system that doesn't work for them."
That's
He said
true.
he had accepted the recommendations of the watchdog in full, ordering that each case now be examined in detail. "I hope this is a turning point so everyone receives the care they need. I will not let these people down, they deserve better," he said.
They all connect with what happened to, but yeah. People on the spectrum, we deal with stuff like that on a daily basis. And if we try to stand up to ourselves, for ourselves, all it takes is somebody to try and, because people don't give a damn what people on autism spectrum say, and what they have power or are part of a big movement and all that, then they'll listen to it, but they don't, if we're not. So they exactly, I never have been, except in elementary school, because people would bully me, even teachers. Yet teachers did bully me in elementary school. It did not stop until when I was 10. And bullying that I had in middle school did not stop until, particularly, the work of it did not stop until Metro Patron, my middle school principal at the time, came in. He prayed one of the old principal that we had. And it changed after that. Hold on a sec. And now live streaming team that I'm using do take some energy and like it drain the battery sometimes. So that do happen. But some people start freaking out, like on autism spectrum, and have an overstimulation, being over, it can cause problem. And some people who don't understand people on the autism spectrum will try to use that way to get rid of and put it in jail or in a mental hospital or a mental asylum. Well, I don't think it's right. Probably what happened to some of those people, and that they treat us differently from our people, and not right. And it's just messed up. I don't think it's right. It needs to stop. And like, if somebody on the autism spectrum tries to stand up for themselves because somebody bullying them, we get crapped on for it. So yeah. And that's something I am thinking about doing. And when I start, if I do make it do the thing, because I cannot use it to help get my voice out there. Like, just something I will admit, journalism do interest me, but if this thing don't require a school diploma for that, that could be a really big help for me, because all I have is occupational credential. The school system failed for me. And now that they're finally giving diploma or GEDs out for people on autism spectrum, people who have mental disability once they graduate from high school, they never did that when I was in high school. All I got when I graduated back in 2017 was an occupational credential. I mean, a certificate of completion. So they technically wronged me right there. And I got screwed head over heel for it. So it's of it that the school system needs to work out and stop doing to people on that mental disability, because we have the capability. It's just that you need to learn different ways in working with and stop doing a pattern. Some of us doing a pattern can be very damaging and can hold it back, like doing a repeat and have it schedule in a way. That I'm used to stuff changing and being different. I'm used to it. It's normal for me. Change is something I'm a part of. Every day is different from one or another. So yeah, no day is the same. And people saying people on autism spectrum cannot get you to change, they are fool. They are a great fool. And just because you've seen one autistic, that means you know all of them. That everybody is different on the spectrum. And I mean everybody. So yeah. So we need to work out the system and fix and stop this segregate into all people who are in the autism community and who are on autism spectrum. We need to stop it from happening. That we need have all right at any other person. It aggravates me that they do this up to us. And here's something that people like I do feel right here from the article that I'm about to play.
What does autism and sensory overload feel like? Share 1.2K. Autism spectrum disorder. Our community is made up of autistic voices and the people who support them. 197K people. I was having a deep conversation via Google Hangouts Instant Messenger with a close friend about my autism. He made a comment that he did not see autism as a disability, but more as an alternate way of thinking that is not serviced very well by the modern education system.
That's true.
I agree, partially. Quickly I realized that no matter how hard I tried, there was no way I could accurately explain or convey the parts of my autism that truly disabled me. Searching the internet, I quickly found a few articles with other Aspies who had attempted to explain what I currently could not, the negative things that neurotypical people have a hard time comprehending. What does autism feel like? In that moment I was completely unable to explain. The most disabling part of autism, for me, may be its invisibility and my status as high functioning. Everyone expects me to do okay. I am smart and use my ability to pick up on patterns to get ahead in the world. I am one of those gifted Aspies, so my autism must be a gift, right? My good days are amazing, but on my worst days my sensory overload won't let me out of bed. Currently I am averaging about 3 really bad days a month. They hit at random and stop my world in its tracks. People can't tell when I am having sensory problems. Some days are worse than others, and most days I am in at least mild pain at all times. The lights hurt my eyes and head.
You're saying sensory overload and not the same for everybody. It's different. Now, light don't affect me, but I do get a little migraine or something sometimes. So, yeah. But I do have headaches.
Smells make me gag, small sounds nag at me constantly, I walk into walls, trip over things, and sometimes miss my mouth when I eat. I miss many things in most conversations. I am awkward, weird, and my intentions are often misunderstood. If someone is not smiling or looking pissed off, I can't read them, unless I know them very well. Normally I have no clue when I've offended someone. Autism feels like I am out of sync with the world and its people. I am alone in a lot of ways. That may sound sad, but honestly I am happiest when I am alone with my own thoughts.
That probably him, but not everybody on the spectrum is that way. Literally, not everybody. Everybody is different, if you did think about it. Including me, including my fiance, and everybody else that I know who are on the autism spectrum. Like, I'm more of a social person. I may not go out of my room that much because of where I live and plus how my family is. So, yeah. It could be sometimes a little weird. And sometimes they will try to make it look like I'm a dumber person. But that can happen. Also, everybody is different. Like, literally, there are some people who like socializing and talking to people. And there are some who didn't want to be alone. Like, my fiance have friends who like talking to people. I like talking to people. I don't like being alone a lot. Like, and I am a cuddler. Yes, I am. Bella's too, she told me that. But there are a lot of negative things about like being alone with your thoughts and like it causes depression, anxiety, and a lot of other stuff. But everybody is different. So I talk to my friends on voice chat or on Messenger. So I won't with them if I try to hang out with them. Even though I'm 21, my mom is overprotective of me still. With the reason why me and my mom have argument. But the thing is that when I move, I can finally be able to talk to friends and not have to control where I go and who I see. My mom actually tried, and it's still trying to do that. Like literally, she even tried picking out a girlfriend for me when me and Vel just started dating. Me and Vel, a couple weeks after me and Vel started dating, my mom tried hooking me up with one of my friend's sister who was on the autism spectrum, but was very low function. Not trying to be like, she was the type that would probably have to go to a caregiving home and would not be able to live on her own. And talk to herself. But everybody's different, and my mom tried hooking her up with me, like trying to get me to go out with her, and I then told my mom I'm already dating someone. She was shocked a little bit mad, but she accepted it. It was good thing because a couple months for that, in October, I created my Facebook sometime in October, near November. Oops, sorry about that, guys. And so we met for a couple of days, but she finally accepted that I have a Facebook, and did it when I had my first phone. Like, I I did it on my own with good, but yeah. She was mad at me at first. Now I have multiple social media sites, like literally, but it took time. But yeah, now let's get.
Below are some of the items I found while researching how to better explain sensory overload. I can take no credit for anything below. 1. Lori Seeley, a mighty contributor, my answer to the question, what does autism feel like? Talking about her sensory processing difficulties. My visual experience is also rather radical. Bright light can be painful, honestly, any light can be painful, and I often compensate with sunglasses. I can also get overwhelmed by the sheer amount of imagery that my mind is attempting to process at one time. I take in everything in a panoramic sense, and that sometimes makes it hard for me to focus on the central thing I'm supposed to see. I found that wearing a ball cap helps me filter, by force, that which is crashing in by flood. It works in the same sense that horse blinders do at the racetrack. 2. One guy's opinion, What It Feels Like to Have Autism as an Adult by Esther. In general, before you know you have it, you simply assume that you have an odd personality. After you find out that other people are in the same situation as you, you realize that you are in fact quite a normal autistic, and that many of your quirks are symptoms. Social experience. You have some trouble taking hints, but only figure this out very late, or when other people tell you. It takes you very long to learn how to pick up in hints, and you never learn pick up on all of them. You sense that other people place more importance on how they are feeling. It affects their judgment, and things that are not based on logic and facts may come off as unreasonable or immature to you. You notice that people spend more time on small talk and polite phrases than you, but you don't like it, as it don't really convey useful information. You may have trouble initiating conversations with strangers because you lack skills in this area.
But yeah, everybody is different on the spectrum. Oh, yep. 1 minute. Do take my battery sometime, but I think I need to get a new charger anyway. But yeah. Now, it's different for everybody, including for me. Nobody is the same. Like, now, I like taking pictures of sunrises, so technically, they are off on that. Not everybody who on the spectrum is bothered by light. Even my fiance, she's not bothered by it. But yeah. Now here's something that is even good that I'm saying that can help people in our community even more. That is a great thing that I think need to happen. And I think it's about time for it to anyway. And a 24-year-old girl who on the autism spectrum who is a lawyer. Amazing. Copy. Okay. Check everything here. But yeah. But it's something I can actually help. If I find a partner, I can talk to them and see if they can, help with the word and get our voices out there even more. But yeah, now what? Wait, one.
First woman with autism passes the bar and becomes an attorney in Florida. By
But
True
it's a
Activist
lawyer.
posted on May 15, 2019. Haley Moss is the first person with autism to pass the Florida bar exam and successfully become an attorney at 24 years old. At only 3 years old, she was able to complete 100-piece jigsaw puzzles and read by herself, although she was behind in speaking. After her parents realized that she was remarkably gifted in different nonverbal talents, yet found difficulty in expressing herself with words, her parents took her for a checkup and were told she had autism. A year after her diagnosis, she started speaking and was transferred to mainstream classrooms. At the age of 15, Moss wrote her first book titled Middle School, The Stuff Nobody Tells You About It. A teenage girl with ASD shares her first experiences. In the last 10 years, she also contributed writing to a book of essays, completed another book, lead speaking engagements, and created art pieces. I first shared my story at a conference when I was 13 years old, 24-year-old Moss told CBS News. I've always enjoyed getting to connect and share. Source, web links. By consistently proving countless times that her numerous abilities overcome her one disability, Moss continuously advocates for others with autism. I've always been raised to give back and help others in need and help the community, she said. It takes a village to raise a child, and it takes an even bigger village to raise a child with a disability. I realized by sharing my story, I could be a part of someone else's village. After graduating from the University of Florida, Moss took up law in the University of Miami. I wanted to go to law school because I wanted to make a difference for other people, she said. Lawyers help their community. What better way to make a difference than to become a lawyer? She graduated in May of 2018 and successfully got a job even before passing the bar. Source, web links. As of today, Moss is practicing law that is mainly focused on international matters and healthcare. She plans to inspire everyone else in the spectrum with her success, showing them that nothing is impossible. If she can make a difference in a person's life, then everything she has succeeded in doing will be worth it. Read more, web links.
Yeah, it's amazing because my fiance Val, she also, for what she is doing, she's trying to become a special need teacher, like a resource teacher thing that she wants to help our people out with. Amazing. With, I think, a grade. Check. Hmm. One minute, guys. Got it. But yeah, people like her we need. Even my fiance, because these people are helping get an our voice out there and help get it better for our future. Like my fiance, see in college. Now you gotta remember, I was supposed to go to Trident Tech back in 2017, but I got screwed over. I was denied in a way with I did not think that was right. Like, and I was about to get a Pell Grant, but they said because I did not have a GED and said all I had was occupational potential, only half of it count, and their half would have to be paid by my family, or taken by my mom and my stepdad, or my parents, which was not right. And they technically lied to her. Well, I find that full and not right. I got screwed head over heels because of that. Head over heels. Really, really. It just ticked me off. that they would do this to people like that. And they knew I was on the autism spectrum. They knew. I got screwed over. And that's exactly like segregation in what I was saying earlier. I can hear my parents feel along again. I don't think we're right. But yeah. Whew. It's starting to get a little hot in here. But yeah. Now we'll get to the next story. I did one. It won from my fiance because my fiance Val, she was at a prom this week on May 27th. And she was prom queen and did was prom for disabled people. So yeah, but I found it amazing because I actually took my BFF medicine when I was 17 and she was 18 to prom back in 2016. So yeah, that I kind of did. And I'm friend with her boyfriend. Because I took her to prom. If he needed a Batman at the wedding, she could ask me to be the Batman at her wedding. So yeah. Now let's play this.
BBB organizes prom for people with intellectual development disorders. May 27, 2019 by B. Mendoza and El Yulo. Inclined with the college's advocacy of inclusion, Best Buddies Benilde organized a special prom night dedicated to people with intellectual development disorders, or those who have deficits in general intellectual functioning. Share this. Click to share on Twitter, opens it. To unite members of Best Buddies Philippines, Best Buddies Benilde (BBB), an organization that advocates one-to-one friendships with kids with disabilities, spearheaded the second special prom for people with intellectual development disorders at the School of Design and Arts (SDA) campus cafeteria on May 25th. BBB's Faculty Advisor and Center for Inclusive Education, Learning Support Case Manager Nika Mambe formally opened the event, which was titled Luz Dela Notte or Light of Night, with the recognition of BBB as one of the top-performing organizations during the second trimester of the academic year, according to the Benilde Committee on Student Involvement. In an interview with the Benilden, Mambe said they wanted the event to be an opportunity for members of Best Buddies Philippines to be acquainted, and eventually form deeper and meaningful friendships. The special prom is a way for us to help the students, and even for the members of Best Buddies Philippines from the different chapters to be able to experience this kind of event, she said. The event was also a way to celebrate the year-ender of the organization. Chapter leader in fashion design and merchandising student Tracy Mendoza talked about her journey in BBB during the turnover ceremony, saying, "BBB has taught me so much, and most importantly, the essence of true friendship and leadership. Being a chapter leader is more than just the responsibility, it's also about redefining and solidifying the meaning of friendship with inclusion." Meanwhile, as the new chapter leader, culinary arts student Jamie Javier emphasized that this BBB is not just an organization, it's a sense of passion. Martin Romero, also BBB's advisor and a learning support case manager, closed the event with a speech focusing on the importance of inclusion. "I know it might be hard to understand at first, but I promise you once you see the smile on their face and hear their stories, it will all be worth it," he said. BBB gave special awards to the following participants presented by BBB advisors Mambe and Romero. Special recognition awards, Andrea Beatriz Aguila and Maria Antoinette Gabriel Santos. Rookie of the Year, Mariela Guerrero and Carmela Nina Gonzalez. Buddy of the Year, Christopher Alejandro Sebastian Finega. Project of the Year, Blaze It OK. Breakthrough Performance of the Year, Jamie Miguel Javier. Officer of the Year, Maureen Luminario. Best Buddy of the Year, Roberto Carlos de la Razabal. Early Bird, Joaquin Battingbuckle. Star of the Night, Thamara Packersa. Pair of the Night, Joaquin Aldegar and Sharina Salcedo. Prom Prince, Kyle Cuenca. Prom Princess, Maureen Luminario. Prom King, Andy Cruz. Prom Queen, Belle Beria. The special promenade, in partnership with Guild of Rising Interior Designers, Benilde Industrial Designers, and Benilde Student Envoys, included performances by DLSCSB students Isa Madero, Tennille Francisco, MJ Gingen, and University of Asia and the Pacific students Inigo Gonzalez, Julia Huang, and Kate Espinoza.
Alright, my fiance, she was nominated for prom queen. But yeah, that crazy. Now, it was my fiance first time going to a prom, even though she's 24. Exactly, they do them in college there, too. It's crazy. Yeah, they don't do it here in the U.S., but it blew my mind. Oh, the dogs are sleeping. But it blew my mind on what it is. It's crazy, too. Now, she did took a picture with prom king with they are friends, and I told her, if he get married, he can have me at Batman at his wedding, because one, I then told Madison might be a fit when I went to prom with back in 2016 that I'll be the Batman at her wedding if her boyfriend do propose to her. So I then told her that, so if her boyfriend do propose to her and they are planning to get married, I will be the Batman at the wedding. But that'll be probably in a couple of years. But me and Val, our wedding will be coming up on October 10th, and Oktoberfest sermon holiday. Oof. I might be thinking about getting a haircut that week. Who knows? If I do, then that might be a good thing. But crazy. So yeah. But that scene, I'm talking about a program too. That also part of that same scene. I can use the skills and stuff that I know, and I might have a good chance of getting a job with it. Now I do have a portfolio of all the information stuff I have from when I did book rehab. I made sure I kept the file. It was smart, Jane. Only a fool would get rid of something like that when they get done with a book rehab or job training. So I'm thinking about something like this. So yeah. But this type of journalism is for people on autism spectrum. Meaning I can get on how people like to feel and what we want job and what to end and how people on the spectrum really feel. But with me having a lot of connection to INCA, the Autism International group that I'm part of also being part of the autism group in Europe and a few other, and running my own autism group on Facebook that I can use to help our people on the spectrum. So yeah, it could be a very good thing for us. So I might be thinking about using it. But it's something probably I'll be doing down the line. So yeah. And in 2 more months, the phone I have will be almost a year old. So technically, in 2 months to make a full year since I had the phone would be wonderful. Because you gotta know I take care of myself. So yeah. But yeah, it's a crazy change. And almost, it'll be 3 months I had it. In 3 more months, it'll be almost a year. In 3 months, I had it one. Exactly, I got it 1 week after my birthday. Hey, to my Amazon tablet. Decided to kick the bucket. So yeah, so that happened. But it's something crazy, and everybody's different. But yeah. Now, I am planning to bring all gifts that I got from my fiance for Christmas and for her birthday last year to California when I do make that big move. So, yeah, that'll be a big thing for me. And also, I have some stuff that I'm thinking about getting for her while I get the money for it. But yeah, now I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, a great Saturday. And I hope you guys are getting ready to have a great summer too, because summer starts this week. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I really do hope you guys enjoy the video or check with the live stream, and it will make me happy too. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.